Tonight I will show you how to truly feel it. I will reveal to you the simple, divine secret behind every miracle, every manifestation, every transformation that has ever unfolded in the life of any human being. O woman, you do not need more strength, for the power is already alive within you. You do not need more time, for time itself is only the servant of your inner conviction. You do not even need to understand how it will happen, because the bridge of events will form naturally the moment you feel it as real. What you truly need is to feel it. Feel what? The wish fulfilled. Most men and women pray, they hope, they plead, they wait endlessly. But very few ever truly feel. To feel is to become. To feel is to fuse your inner world with the outer one. The outer world responds to the inner, and the inner is governed entirely by feeling. God is not a distant being somewhere in the sky. God is your own wonderful human imagination. When you learn to feel something as though it were already real, you awaken God within you, and God responds according to His nature. God creates through imagining, and when He imagines lovingly, He creates life, beauty, abundance, and joy. So must you. You are not separate from the Creator. You are the Creator, simply asleep to your own power. But tonight, I intend to awaken you. I have said it many times before. The world is yourself pushed outward. What you believe, what you accept as truth, what you feel with deep conviction, that is what solidifies into fact. The law is always working, always producing what you are in the depth of your being. If your life is filled with lack, then you are feeling lack. If your life overflows with blessings, then you are feeling blessed. The world cannot help but mirror back to you the vibration, the state, the assumption you carry within yourself. So I say again, I will teach you how to feel it. Let us now make this practical. Suppose you desire wealth. You do not need to look toward the stock market, the government, or any external condition. All you need is to enter the state of wealth within. You do this by feeling wealthy, not hoping to be wealthy, not acting as if wealth might come someday, but assuming right now, with full inner conviction, that you are already the person you wish to be. How would you walk if you already had all the wealth you desired? How would you speak? How would you greet your friends? How would you fall asleep at night? What thoughts would fill your mind as you woke each morning? Ask yourself these questions sincerely, and you will begin to construct a new state of consciousness. That state, once occupied in feeling, will produce its corresponding reality. Let me remind you, this is not mere make-believe. This is not fantasy. This is creation itself. You are imagining your world into existence, just as God imagined the universe into being. We are told in Scripture that God calls those things which do not exist as though they already were. That is the very secret I am giving to you now. You must call forth what you desire as though it already exists, and you must feel it to be true. Do not concern yourself with the current facts of life. They are only the shadow of your former state. They will fade away when you no longer give them your attention. All that truly matters is the feeling. The feeling of the wish fulfilled is not a fleeting emotion. It is a deep, steady inner knowing. When you feel it, truly feel it, something shifts within you. Your breathing changes, your posture adjusts. You begin to see through new eyes. You are no longer a beggar asking for change. You are a creator declaring, "It is done." From that moment forward, your world must reorganize itself to reflect the new you, and it will, not through force, not through struggle, but through the effortless operation of divine law. Imagine, then, that you are already where you want to be. Close your eyes and step into that scene. Do not just visualize it, inhabit it. Make it real in your imagination. Hear the sounds you would hear. Touch what you would touch. Breathe in the air of that new reality. Let every sense participate in the feeling of already being there. Then release it. Fall asleep in that state. Carry it with you throughout your day. Return to it whenever doubt arises. Above all, do not contradict it with worry, fear, or complaint. Remain loyal to the feeling, and it will become fact. Now let me share a story. A woman once came to me, desperate to be reunited with her estranged husband. She had tried everything, letters, calls, pleading, but nothing worked. I asked her, "Do you still love him?" She said yes. I told her, "Then assume he loves you too, and that you are already together." She looked at me as if I had asked her to climb a mountain, but I instructed her to imagine, just before sleep, that he was holding her, telling her he loved her, to feel it as though it were happening now. She followed the instruction, though at first reluctantly. Within a week, he called her. Within a month, they were reunited. What changed? Not him. Her feeling changed. She moved into a new state, and the world reflected it. Another man came to me longing for a better job. He felt unworthy, overlooked, stuck. I told him, "You are not stuck. You are only stuck in your feeling." I instructed him to construct a scene implying his wish was fulfilled. He imagined shaking hands with a new employer, hearing the words, "You're hired," and feeling pride within himself. Every night he entered that scene. Within weeks, a company he had never contacted reached out to him with an offer, double his previous salary. What changed? Not the world. His feeling changed. He stopped being the man who waited and became the man who already had. Ready. I tell you again, if you can feel it, you can manifest it. You do not need to manipulate people, force situations, or wait for perfect timing. You simply need to enter the state of the wish fulfilled and remain there. The world will conform. It always does. You are the operant power. Nothing enters your world except what you assume and accept as true. An assumption, once felt as fact, becomes fact. This is the law. This is the teaching echoed by all great mystics, expressed in different words, but pointing to the same truth. You are creating reality through what you feel to be true about yourself, about others, about life itself. So choose carefully and feel deliberately. If you want love, feel loved. Do not wait for someone to love you. Become the one who feels love now. Imagine what it feels like to be cherished, valued, adored. Walk in that feeling, speak from that state. Love will come because you have become its vibration. If you desire health, feel healthy now. Not someday, but in this very moment. Feel the joy of vitality. Feel ease in your body. Imagine hearing the words, "All is well." Hear it, believe it, feel it deeply. If you want freedom, feel free now. Not in the distant future, but right here. Break the chains in your mind, and your outer world will reflect your inner liberation. You are not a victim of fate. You are not ruled by chance. You are the master, the chooser, the one who brings heaven or hell into existence through feeling. All the power of the universe is compressed within your own consciousness, and the gateway to its expression is feeling. Let us return once more to Scripture. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. It does not say, as a man thinks in his mind, but in his heart, which symbolizes feeling. You may say with your lips, "I am wealthy." But if in your heart you feel poor, it is the feeling that will prevail. You must bring your words and your feelings into harmony. Speak what you genuinely feel, and feel what you choose to speak. Only then do you create from truth. Now a question arises. What if you feel fear? What if doubt begins to surface? Do not fight it. Acknowledge it, and then gently shift. Feelings are not your enemies. They are messengers guiding you. If you feel fear, it simply means you are imagining something you do not desire. So pause, withdraw your attention from that unwanted scene, and begin to construct a new one. Enter the feeling of safety, of confidence, of calm assurance. Persist in this, and through repetition the new state will take root. Remember, no feeling remains unless you continue to sustain it. So sustain only what you truly want. This is not difficult work. In fact, It is the most natural thing you can do. You are always feeling something. The only question is, are you feeling deliberately or are you reacting by default? Most people feel based on what the outer world shows them. But the mystic, the creator, the one who shapes reality, feels according to what they desire, regardless of appearances. That is why they rise above circumstances and begin to mold them. So tonight, begin. Do not delay. Choose one desire, just one, and feel it as though it were already fulfilled. Create a short, vivid scene that implies its completion. Step into it fully. Make it your dwelling place within imagination. Return to it again and again. Sleep in it. Walk in it. Think from it. Do not allow the outer world to discourage you. It is only catching up with what you have already set in motion within. This is your birthright. This is the very secret taught when it was said, "Whatever you desire, believe that you have received it, and you shall have it." Notice the words carefully. Believe that you have received it, not that you will, but that you already have. Belief in its purest form is feeling. I show you how to feel it because feeling is the true secret, not action, not strategy, not effort. The moment you feel your desire as real, the moment you inwardly accept its truth, it must come to pass, not by force, not through struggle, but through the quiet certainty of being. Go now and feel deliberately. Feel with strength. Feel as though you already are the person you wish to be, and watch as the world begins to rearrange itself in perfect alignment with your inner state. You may wake the next day and see no visible evidence of what you felt the night before, and you may be tempted to think, it did not work. But do not judge by appearances. The seed has already been planted. What you are seeing is only the fading shadow of your previous state. Continue to feel the new reality. Allow it to take root. Persist in the assumption, not with tension, not with strain, but with calm confidence, with that deep knowing that what you feel with conviction becomes law in your world. Understand this clearly. The bridge of incidents, those mysterious and often unseen paths that lead you from where you are to where you have imagined yourself to be, are not yours to design. Do not concern yourself with how it will happen. You are not called to build the bridge. You are called to walk across it when it appears. And it will appear, not through your effort, but through the law that responds to feeling. What seems random or coincidental will later reveal itself as perfectly arranged. But first, you must claim the end, feel it, accept it, own it. Each time you return to old feelings of lack, doubt, or fear, you reinforce that former state. But if you gently discipline yourself to remain faithful to the desired state, you will begin to notice a subtle transformation within. You will feel different, not because the world has changed yet, but because you have. And when you change, the world must follow. The law is impartial. It does not fail. It responds only to the dominant feeling within you. Imagination is not a meaningless fantasy. It is the workshop of creation. It is where reality begins, and you are the one shaping it. You are the dreamer of your own experience. But dreams do not become reality because you merely wish for them. They become real because you dare to feel them as already true. When you do this, you move beyond desire into assumption, beyond hope into knowing, beyond imagining into creating. This is the sacred transformation of consciousness, the turning of the invisible into the visible. In your quiet moments, especially before sleep, withdraw from the outer world and enter the world of assumption. Allow your body to relax. Let your mind grow still. Gently direct your attention toward what you wish to be, not with effort, not with analysis, but with ease. Imagine a scene that would occur after your desire has already been fulfilled. Do not focus on the process, only the result. If you desire marriage, see the ring on your finger. If you seek success, Feel the congratulations. If you long for health, sense the strength and vitality within your body. Do not complicate it. Let it be simple, natural, alive, and above all, feel it deeply. This ability is not reserved for a select few. It is not a gift given only to mystics or sages. It is the natural right of every human being. You were born with this power, and you are using it constantly, whether consciously or not. Every state you occupy produces its own result. So choose your state by choosing your feeling. What you feel yourself to be, you become. You may say, "I do not know how to sustain the feeling." The answer is simple: practice. Just as a musician trains the ear or an athlete trains the body, you must train yourself to dwell in the state of the wish fulfilled. Begin with short moments, just a few minutes at a time. Return to the feeling often. Over time, it will become natural. It will feel more real than the outer world, and when it does, the outer world will reflect it. You are not here to conform to circumstances. You are here to transform them. But you cannot transform anything while feeling like a victim. You must rise within. You must ascend through states of being, each one defined by feeling. Every new state brings new experiences. You do not change the world through force. You change yourself, and the world mirrors that change. When you are told to feel the wish fulfilled, you are being asked to become the person who already has what you desire, to think from it, to feel from it, to move through life as though it were already yours. Not to pretend, not to fake, but to embody it with sincerity and quiet faith. When you do this, you will discover that your desires are no longer something you chase. They are drawn to you, because you have become their expression. You must also understand the art of detachment, not from your desire, but from the outcome. Once you have felt it as real, once you have accepted it inwardly, do not strain for results. Let the feeling rest within you like a seed planted in the soil. Trust the law. Allow life to unfold. Know that the manifestation is already in motion. There is no need to disturb it by constant checking. Your role is to feel it real and then live with quiet certainty that it will come to pass. Many people wait for a sign before they believe, but the sign follows belief. First, you believe through feeling, and then the evidence appears. Feeling is the cause. The visible result is the effect. Reverse this, and you will remain waiting. So begin within. Begin now. Your world is a mirror. You do not see reality as it is. You see it as you are. Change who you are in feeling, and what you see will change automatically. A fearful person sees danger everywhere. A joyful person sees blessings. A loving person sees beauty. The lens is within you. Adjust it, and the picture shifts. In the stillness of your mind, begin to hear the words you long to hear. Imagine the voices, the laughter, the sounds that would surround your fulfilled desire. Make it vivid. Make it rich with emotion. Do not merely think it, feel it. Let the scene impress itself deeply upon your being until it feels natural, familiar, and real. Then release it. Trust deeply that the impression you have accepted will naturally express itself. Your feelings are your true prayers, not the words spoken by your lips, but the emotions you consistently hold within your heart. These are your real invocations, and they are always answered according to their nature. If your inner prayer is one of lack, you will receive more lack. If it is one of fulfillment, you will experience fulfillment. So bless your desire by feeling that it is already accomplished. Give thanks for it, not as something that is coming, but as something that is already yours. Do not confuse effort with effectiveness. It is not struggle that produces results. It is surrender to the feeling. It is the calm, confident assumption that what you have imagined is already a fact within your world. When you no longer feel the need to force it, when you no longer question whether it is working, that is when it is working. That is when it begins to move from the unseen into the seen. The great secret is this: reality is not created by outward action, but by inner conviction. What you are convinced of deep within your being, in your breath, in your awareness, in your heart, is what you manifest. Conviction arises from feeling. You cannot truly be convinced of something without feeling it. The two are inseparable. So if you wish to transform your world, you must first transform your conviction, and you do that through feeling. Now if you say, "I tried and it did not work," I ask you, what did you truly feel? Did you feel the absence of it, or did you feel the joy of already having it? The law cannot be deceived. It responds only to your genuine state. Tonight I show you how to truly feel it. I reveal the simple divine principle behind every miracle, every manifestation, every transformation that has ever taken place in the life of any human being. O woman, you do not need more power, for the power already exists within you. You do not need more time, because time itself is only a servant to your inner conviction. You do not even need to understand how it will happen. The bridge of events will arrange itself the moment you begin to feel it as real. What you truly need is to feel it. Feel what? The wish fulfilled. Most people pray, they hope, they plead, they wait, but very few ever truly feel. To feel is to become. To feel is to unite your inner world with the outer one. The outer always responds to the inner, and the inner is governed by feeling. God is not a distant being in the sky. God is your own wonderful human imagination. When you learn to feel something as though it were already true, you awaken the God within you. And God responds according to his nature. God creates through imagining. And when he imagines lovingly, he creates life, beauty, abundance, and joy. So must you. You are not separate from the Creator. You are the Creator, simply unaware of your own power. But now that awareness begins to awaken. It has been said many times, the world is yourself pushed out. What you believe, what you accept as truth, what you feel with conviction, these are the things that solidify into fact. The law is always working, always producing what you are within your deeper self. If your life is filled with lack, it is because you are feeling lack. If your life overflows with blessings, it is because you are feeling blessed. The world cannot help but reflect back to you the vibration, the state, the assumption that you consistently carry. So once again, learn to feel it in a practical way. Suppose you desire wealth. You do not need to look toward external conditions like markets or systems. All you need is to enter the state of wealth within yourself. You do this by feeling wealthy. Not hoping to become wealthy, not waiting for it to arrive someday, but assuming now, with deep inner conviction, that you are already the person you desire to be. How would you walk if you already had everything you desired? How would you speak? How would you greet others? How would you fall asleep at night? What thoughts would greet you in the morning? Ask these questions sincerely, and you will begin to build a new state of consciousness. That state, once accepted in feeling, will produce its corresponding reality. Remember, this is not fantasy or idle imagination. This is creation itself. You are imagining your world into existence, just as the universe itself was imagined into being. You are told that what does not yet appear must be called as though it already exists. That is the secret being given to you now. Call forth what you desire as though it is already present, and feel it to be true. Do not concern yourself with current facts. They are only shadows of your former state. They will dissolve when you withdraw your attention from them. All that matters is the feeling. The feeling of the wish fulfilled is not a temporary emotion. It is a steady, deep inner knowing. When you truly feel it, something shifts within you. Your breathing changes. Your posture adjusts, your perception transforms. You are no longer someone asking for change. You become the one who declares that it is already done. From that moment, your world begins to rearrange itself to reflect the new version of you. And it does so not through effort, not through struggle, but through the effortless operation of law. Imagine now that you are already where you want to be. Close your eyes and step fully into that experience. Do not simply observe it, live within it. Hear the sounds you would hear. Touch what you would touch. Feel the atmosphere of that reality. Let every sense take part in the experience of already being there. Then release it. Fall asleep in that state. Carry it with you during your day. Return to it whenever doubt arises. And above all, do not contradict it with fear, worry, or complaint. Remain loyal to the feeling, and it will become fact. Consider this example. A woman once came in deep distress, longing to be reunited with her estranged husband. She had tried everything, letters, calls, pleading, but nothing worked. She was asked, "Do you still love him?" She said yes. She was then told to assume that he loved her as well, and that they were already together. At first it seemed impossible to her, but she was instructed to imagine each night before sleep that he was holding her and telling her he loved her, to feel it as though it were happening now. Though hesitant, she practiced this. Within a week, he contacted her. Within a month, they were reunited. What changed? Not him. Her feeling changed. She entered a new state, and the world reflected it. Another man desired a better job. He felt unworthy, overlooked, stuck. He was told that he was not stuck, only stuck in his feeling. He was asked to imagine a scene implying success. He saw himself shaking hands with a new employer, hearing the words, "You're hired," and feeling pride within himself. Each night, he lived in that scene. Within weeks, a company he had never approached reached out to him with an offer, double his previous salary. Again, what changed? Not the world. His feeling changed. He stopped being the one who waited and became the one who already had. If you can feel it, you can manifest it. You do not need to manipulate others, force outcomes, or wait for perfect conditions. You only need to enter the state of the wish fulfilled and remain there. The world will conform. It always does. You are the operant power. Nothing enters your experience except what you assume and accept as true. An assumption, when felt as reality, becomes reality. This is the law. This is the truth expressed by mystics throughout time. You are creating your reality by what you feel to be true about yourself, about others, and about life. So choose wisely. Feel deliberately. If you desire love, feel loved now. Do not wait for someone to bring it to you. Become the one who feels love within. If you desire health, feel healthy now. Sense vitality. Hear the words that confirm it. Believe them. Feel them. If you desire freedom, feel free in this moment. Break the chains within your mind, and the outer world will reflect that change. You are not a victim of fate. You are not subject to chance. You are the creator of your experience through feeling. All the power of the universe exists within your consciousness, and the gateway to that power is feeling. As it has been said, as a person thinks in the heart, so they become. The heart represents feeling. You may say with words that you are wealthy, but if you feel poor within, it is that feeling that will dominate. So align your words with your feeling, and your feeling with your truth.